Well, I think the reason of why would there be more women in STEM, it's very diverse. I think on the one hand, it would empower women and it could be a chain reaction effect and keep encouraging more young women to involve in STEM and to develop further into scientific research or go into companies. And as well, this would lead to a higher representation of women in areas that were traditionally represented by men themselves. So I think that's the most important part, to empower women.
Why it's important to have more women in science and technology domain. Women are often at the forefront of research in fields like health, environment, and social science, which have a direct impact on quality of life and public policy. It's also important to have cognitive and cultural diversity which enrich scientific research. And women, like any underrepresented group, can ask different questions, approach problems with new angles, and propose innovative solutions. And usually women work more to be recognized in their field of competence.
As a woman in science, I've been honored being part of an always growing group of women and people that put more and more importance in the role of women in this field. My personal experience as a woman in science has been amazing, and it's always surprising me every day. And it's so important for us to diversify perspectives, to diversify backgrounds, which is something that bringing women in science is allowing us to do.
I think that the gender gap, especially in STEM subjects, definitely exists. And it is getting better and better, but it's only true when you go for the bachelor or master degrees. The higher up you get, the percentage of women gets lower and lower. And I think the part of the reason is that women don't get enough support in academia when they want to continue also with their adult life, have a family, have kids, then they are falling behind men. So I think there is a systemic problem and solutions needed. But on the other hand, there are also many different programs that support women. For example, when I was doing my master's, I was part of a femtech program, which was designed for women in STEM, where we could meet with industry, we could have a career coaching and different self-development and career workshops. So there are initiatives that are engaging women to go in STEM.
My experience as a woman in science is marked for a dual reality, an immense challenge of systematic barriers and some gender bias, but it's also marked for the positive thinking, for the pathway that we mark to guide innovation and how we approach to science in a completely different perspective. So I think women in the STEM and in the science is really needed to path the way to further developments.
It's great to have more gender diverse teams because I believe with more women in science, technology, and mathematics, this gender diverse team will bring unique perspectives and also to ensure that science and technology provide effective solutions and serves everyone effectively. And I believe that there's more and more opportunities and doors open for girls. So if you have ambition and you have specific goal to achieve, don't be afraid. You can make great work in science, technology, or whatever field you would like to dive yourself into, and just go for it.
I see a future in the horizon that is definitely more open to us women in this context, and I see a brighter future in this sense, and encourage all young girls, young women to just go for it, to have enough courage and enough passion to put themselves out there and entertain this type of career, which is just amazing and very, very satisfying at the end.
What I would like to say to all the girls and women that are thinking if they should go into the field, I would say definitely yes. You are more than capable. We are all capable to do this. And of course, you will see more and more you go into it that there is more men, but don't get discouraged. I need to say that even though many times I encountered that I was one of the few women in the room, I never felt that it is an issue. What's important, what you bring to the table, your knowledge, your experience. So don't worry and go ahead. It will be great. It's really worth it. Really, it brings a lot of satisfaction.
When I pursued my engineering studies, women represented less than 10% in my cohort at that part. And while progress has been made and female representation in scientific field has increased, it remains far from sufficient. And we must continue to encourage and support women in science, not only to promote equity, but also to enrich research through diverse perspectives and experience.
Hi everyone. On this International Day of Women and Girls in Science, I want to encourage all the ladies in the room to go for the dreams and start a career in STEM. Do not ever be afraid of more technical subjects, tougher, such as advanced mathematics, electricity, hydraulics. All of them you will overcome as long as you invest proper and good time on them. You can achieve anything. In my case, ever since I was a kid, I knew that I wanted to work for the protection of the environment, particularly in the sustainable management of waste and resources. Today, I have accomplished my dream and I work at the waste treatment plant of Granada province in the south of Spain. We are giving a second life to the resources that no one else wants anymore.